Exactly. Because Yahweh Shai, he accepts nothing less but the best from you.
He wants your all.
Literally. Scripture goes to, place all your cares upon the Lord, for he cares for you. Right? So that's the best thing you can do is like literally give your all to the best of your ability. Right? Because, we ain't going to be perfect, but we can do the best that we can. We can strive for the mastery. We know we ain't going to be Yahweh Shai, but we can strive to be like him, right? So to the best of your ability, just giving your all to Yahweh Shai. Right? And believe it, we have faith, there's a reward that comes with that. Right? Whether we have to be a martyr or not, But if it gets to the point to where you have to be a martyr, which is just someone that dies in the faith, right, where you have to give up your life for the thing, then you should be willing to do it. I think it was Matthew 16, if I'm not mistaken. That goes to that Matthew 16, 25, man. I think. He that loved his life shall lose it, and he that hated his life shall get it everlasting. Matter of fact, let me get that. I don't want to butcher it too bad.
Go ahead, bro.
This is Matthew 16, and is it 25?
How did it go? What you say? What did you quote, bro?
He that give his life, he shall save his life that shall lose it. Roughly paraphrasing. He's at 25.
Matthew 16, 25. I got you. Matthew 16. I got you.
Save his life for losing, yeah.
Oh, I'm tripping.
I got you.
I'm tripping.
25.
Yeah, it is 25. Okay.
Matthew chapter 16. I'm gonna start at verse 24, bro. In verse 24, it says, then said Yahweh Shai unto his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me.
Exactly. So that's one of the first things you got to do. You got to first deny yourself, right? You deny this flesh, right? It's less desires, because the only thing the flesh wants is nothing but wickedness anyway. So you must first deny yourself and take up your cross, aka what? Your cup of suffering, right? Because when you come in this thing, guess what? Sirach 2:1. Brothers quote all the time. If thou come to serve me, prepare thy soul for temptation. Right? That's you beginning. That's your first partaking in drinking the cup of the Lord's suffering as well, taking part of it. Right? So you must first you got to deny yourself and take up your cross and follow Yahweh Shai. Because you can't be joint heirs with him if you're not willing to suffer as he did to a degree. Right? Because we ain't even got to go the full way. The Lord took the blunt force of it. Right? What we doing is really easy. That's why the scripture goes into how they should be greatly rewarded after being a little chastised. Right. Or for this is a light affliction. What we really going through is easy compared to what Yahweh Shai went through. That's like you got it.
Hey, can I put that word for you?
Yeah, you got it.
All right, this is that word for deny in Matthew 16 and verse 24. It's Strong's G33 aperneomai. It says to deny. I'm gonna get straight to it. To forget oneself, to lose sight of oneself in one's own interest.
Exactly. Forget oneself, lose sight of oneself, and you put yourself on the backboard burner, man. Right? You put yourself on the backboard burner and putting the Lord first. Right? To the best of your ability, putting the Lord first, putting yourself last. Right? Because what people do in majority of this world, they put themselves themselves first. That's why we got a dog-eat-dog world. I mean, that's why we live in a dog-eat-dog world. Everybody trying to up each other because everybody care about their own damn self, being selfish in the wrong way. Because you could be selfish for, Yahweh Shai's sake, but being selfish for your own desires, for your wants, oh man, that's too much for me.
Lord ain't gonna be with you, man.
Exactly. Right? And we understand that Lord, he's coming to reward every man according to his works. So if you're being selfish, you just me, the Lord's gonna be like, oh shit, I care about me too. I don't need to take care of you. You got it. Right? So you must deny yourself, put yourself last, ultimately purging away that old creature. Because that's what's required when you come to this thing, man. Right? He that is in me, old things are passed away, all things must become new. Right? So when you start serving Yahweh Shai, it's a lot of changes you gotta do. You literally have to undo everything that you've learned within this society and start over again.
I got a precept. I want to go into deep into the definition. Then I want to get a precept for you, bro.
You got it, man.
So this is going into the root word of that word deny. Strong's 720 or Nehemiah. It says to deny oneself. It says to act entirely unlike himself.
Yeah.
Like you, go ahead, bro. You get down?
Like you said, man, acting. Read that part again, the acting one.
It says, "And act entirely unlike himself."
Yeah, act entirely unlike himself. In other words, man, you doing away with that old creature, right? You becoming that new creature, which is out, which is from catered after Yahweh Shem was shot. That's why you can't when you friends that people that used to be friends with, right? They be like, damn, you don't do this anymore, or you don't do that anymore. Yeah, I remember when you used to, because when they try to talk to you after some time, right? They think it's the same old you when you a whole completely different person.
Try to bring you back down to earth when you trying to be the heavenly version of yourself.
I got some.
Yeah, you
got
got
it.
it.
Come on. First Peter chapter 4 and verse 4, it says, well, I'm gonna start at verse 3. It says, for the time past, our lives may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles when we walked in lasciviousness, lust, excess of wine, reveling, banqueting, and abominable idolatries, wherein, just to back your point up, wherein they think it strange that ye run not with them to the same access of riot, speaking evil of you.
Okay,
Like,
you got it, bro.
yeah, like the brother was going in, like the brother was saying, when the Spirit of the Lord comes upon you, when he awakens you up into this knowledge of knowing who you are, change comes with that, man.
Yep.
When you look at the example of with Samuel, when he told Saul, "Hey, look, when the Spirit of the Lord come upon you, you're gonna be changed into another man." You know what I'm saying? So that lets you know if you truly dealing with the Spirit of the Lord is gonna cause a change within you, and it's gonna be seen. You're no longer gonna act like yourself. You're gonna start to deny yourself, like the brother was going into in Matthew 16 to 25, man. You see, and it's gonna be seen by by people that you once hung with in the world. You start to separate yourself from them. You know what I'm saying? Because hey, the Lord called us. The Lord said He chose you out of the world. So with Him choosing us out of the world, we got to separate from this world, man. You see, like the brother said, your friend, man, why you don't do this no more? You think you better than somebody now? You think you this and you think you that? You know what I'm saying? And ultimately, man, Jacob. As long as we niggas in the world, Jay cool. But soon as we start to change ourselves for the better, you know what I'm saying? Jay got a problem with it, man. Yeah, it's like nigga tripping.
God, you can go back to the Matthew.
Con, it's back in Matthew chapter 16 in verse 25. All right, and it says, "For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it."
Exactly. So whoever will save his life, ultimately you saving your life comes to you taking that MOTB, right? That's really the end all be all right there. You can't repent from that. You're gonna lose your life, right? Or whatever so-called life you want to call on this side. But if you lose your life for it in the names of Yahweh Shem Shai, right? Then you gonna get it back better ultimately, man. You gonna get, yeah.
What the scriptures say, you remember when they inquired about, hey, we forsaken houses, lands, fathers, all those things?
Yep.
He said you receive 100-fold in the regeneration. So on the back end, we get something way better than anything you can get in this society,
Yep, and that's the mindset that the elect they're gonna be in, bro. They're gonna see past pretty much all this bullshit and keeping their eyes on the prize, which is ultimately Yahweh Shai, right? Denying themselves, doing whatever they can to please Him. And within that, being bold within that, right? Because right now, each one of us brothers, Lord willing, we be part of, we be part of the elect. Right? We're being built up for something greater. We're being built up to be bold in that day, man. Right? So if you've been doing what you've been supposed to be doing, which is fearing the Lord, doing what's asked of you, when that day comes, bro, you're gonna be bold in it. Just like we was talking about in Maccabees in second chapter.
We're going to get it once we get through a little bit. The brother going to get it because I know he has some nuggets that he's thinking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Like in Maccabees second chapter with the
Second Maccabees, the second chapter.
Slakia. Second Maccabees, seventh chapter. Right, with the seven sons. Seven sons. Being bold, willing to just talking shit while about to die. Pretty much.
That's a different kind of spirit to have within the face of death. But again, for those who don't have that boldness in the days to come, you're not going to have access to the standard the Lord's going to lift up. You're not going to have access to the covering that the Lord's going to give the believers. Now again, we have a ways to go to get there. But there's a formula on how you get to that point. You're not just half-stepping when it comes to your faith. You're not half-stepping to when it comes to giving your time to the Lord. We always have the saying, you always give your time to. That's true, man.
Yeah.
Somebody becomes what they give their time to. So the true believers, those who have been commissioned to move with the faith that they've been given, they're going to be giving their time to spiritual things, getting to know the Lord, understanding prophecy, walking in the way that He commissioned us to, which is going to cause for you to detach from people, the world. All right, you get detached from this place, so you don't love your life to where you want to cleave unto it. You're cleaving unto the new heavens and the new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness, like it talks about in 2 Peter, what is that, 3:11 through 13.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta go.
Because, you know, it's pretty much that's just something that's going to happen, right? If you truly believe, well, the elect, what they are going to believe, guess what? They're going to be separated from everybody anyway, right? You're going to be in hell. The scriptures go to a man's foe shall be of his own household, man. The people that you thought that was so near and dear to you, that your mama that loved you so much, turning your ass in.
You're going to be holy, which means to be separate.
Yep.
You're going to begin to be holy, which means to be separate. And you got to understand that the family members that you lose and all that, look, a lot of times, the thought comes to my mind, you don't know that if you build the first fruit spirits, those are your kids.
Mm-hmm.
Those are your kids anyway, which means you're going to get them back. But again, for the sake of the mission being fulfilled, there's certain people within our testament we're going to have to separate from.
Right.
That's what it is. You got it, enough.
No, y'all got to go ahead, bro. You got some?
Yeah, well, I'm looking for it. It's a scripture. It's either in John 15,
Well, how I say it? How I go?
15 and 17, how I sanctify them through the truth. I can also paraphrasing. I know it's around John 15 or 17, one of the two. Right, because the Lord, He said His man apart from this world. Right, because in John 7, the 17th chapter, it goes into the world, pretty much how the world hates
17.
them because they're not of the world. It's 17, right?
Yeah, 17.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It's John 17 and 15. It says, I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world, but that thou shouldest keep them from the evil.
Exactly. This is the words of Yahweh Shai in the red letter. So he said he prayed that that you take them not out of the world, meaning like physically, like being just taken out of the world, but to keep them from the evil of this world.
And might I add, so He's giving us opportunity to exercise our faith.
Yeah.
Because if you have faith, you're now moving with that standard that the Lord gave you in the midst of the evil, in the midst of the shadow of darkness, right? So He's given us an opportunity for our faith to be exercised. When you exercise something, it gets what? Stronger. See? Go ahead, bro.
Exactly. Because as the brother, like the brother may mention, right? Our faith is getting exercised on a day-to-day basis. Brothers every day got a testimony about something, whether if it, like, no matter how small it may seem. Okay, you might have messed around red or red light. I mean, of course you should be paying attention, but like, guess what? With the flesh, shit happens, but you didn't get hit, or you didn't get pulled over, or you didn't get no ticket. You be like, damn, call all y'all by shell shot. Like, He protected me, He didn't have to.
The Lord watching over you. Especially being out on these roads with these crazy ass people.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things that can happen to you where, you can lose your life on this road.
Yeah.
But the Lord allows us to make it home alive every day. Shit could be way worse. Shit could be worse, man. You gotta realize there's things that, like Apostle McCall said, just waking up every day really is a big deal.
Yeah. Yeah, because tomorrow is not promised to you. Right? Your Lord doesn't have to wake you up. If anything, you can go to sleep and you be in a coma right there. Or you can be, gone. Whatever the Lord really sees fit, but He allows you to wake. He wakes you up and allows you to pretty much do His will for that day, serving Him. That's called all y'all by Shon Shah, man. Being grateful for things that can be very easily overlooked. But in the midst of all this, man, the elect. They're being pretty much, I'm gonna say, the hopeful elect. They're being prepared daily, right, for the things that are coming. That's why brothers are going through more. That's why brothers' faith are getting tried out even more, right? Because there's a certain level of faith that He want bros to be on when all hell break loose for real. Because we already in the midst of Jacob's trouble. It's just not like at the worst of the worst yet, like climax of it yet. But when it does get there, guess what? The Lord man's gonna be built up to that point. So right now, that's what's going on. We're getting built up through our trials, tribulations, whatever it may be, so we can stand boldly, just like David. Right, David, the David the Goliath story, man. He got built up to face the Goliath. He didn't just come up there swollen on faith from the jump.
Yeah.
Right? He got built up. You know, saving the sheep from the bear, from the lion.
Yeah.
Two very strong animals that can easily, you know, take out David. Right? So that's the same thing the Lord doing with his men, building them up day by day, whatever that looks like within your individual walk.
Well, the lion could have easily took out any regular man.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Because the Lord was with David, it can't take David down. But you know what I mean? So when the Lord is with you, nothing can stand against you.
Yep,
Because
yep.
it's the Lord that's working through you. I also wanted to say, especially in our time, the Lord's going to allow situations to pop up in our life to where you begin to hate this life.
Oh yeah.
That's really a favor.
Yes.
The Lord put you in a situation for you to be like, I'm fucking tired of this place. Because he's allowing you to be in the right mindset, so when it comes time to completely separate from it, you're willing. So, you know, don't look at everything going wrong in your life as a bad thing. You know, some brothers, you know, situations don't suck more than other brothers,
Yep.
but that's for them. They needed that amount of trash in their life for them to be who they needed to be. You see?
Yep, have that, what you said, pretty much the hatred for this place, man.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Hell, Lord killing many birds with one stone, man. Building up your faith as well as making you hate this place more, man. You going through some shit at your job, you know, have a rough day at your job, man, I fucking hate this shit. I'm tired of Esau. You know, they be damn near ready to crash out.
It can be your health. It can be your relationship. It can be so many things to where the Lord gets you to the point to where you're like, I'm ready for the kingdom, bro.
Yeah.
I have nothing here that I feel like I need to cleave unto. The people that seek to save their life is because they feel like they have something here to cleave unto.
Something
The elect,
to lose?
yeah, something to lose.
Yeah.
The elect gonna be like, man, fuck this place. Anything is better than this.
Exactly.
You see, Lot's wife looked back because she allowed her possessions to possess her.
I got some.
You got it, bro.
This 2 Peter chapter 2 and verse 7 in the NLT, it says, but God also rescued Lot out of Sodom because he was a righteous man who was sick of shameful immoralities of the wicked people around him.
Did you get that when I mentioned it, or you already had it?
No, I already had it.
Oh, I was like, goddamn. Go ahead. I was like, that's brother quick. Golly.
It says, yes, Lot was a righteous man who was tormented in his soul by the wickedness he saw and heard day after day.
Yeah. Lot was vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked from day to day. Somebody that's truly righteous and believes in the Lord and is for his cause. They're going to hate the evil. They're going to be agitated. We mentioned Ezekiel the 9th chapter, the 4th verse earlier. You're going to be sighing and crying for the abominations being done in the midst thereof on a regular basis. It's going to be to the point where it's hard to hold it in sometimes.
Yep.
You know, I know I get home at the house. I try to just, you know, let shit be with it, but sometimes I gotta say some bullshit. I gotta, just some bullshit, man. You gotta mention how fucking perverse this world is. It's hard to hold it in. But now I know you want to say something.
Now I got something. Genesis chapter 18 and verse 21, and this is the angel speaking. Well, I'm gonna start at 20. It says, so the Lord told Abraham, I have heard a great outcry from Sodom and Gomorrah because their sin is so flagrant. I'm going down to, I'm going.
Could you look up that word, flagrant?
Well, this Genesis.
Yeah, Genesis. It's in the NLT. Matter of fact, I can look it up, bro. This is that word flagrant. It says something considered wrong or immoral. Absurd. No, obvious.
Obviously, you see.
What is it?
Obviously
offensive. Yeah.
Obviously offensive.
Blatant.
Like turning putting makeup on little Billy and telling him he could cut his genitals off.
Right.
That's like, what the hell are you doing? It's flagrantly wrong. That's obviously wrong. But in this society, that's something that's lifted up. A righteous man is going to be agitated to no end with bullshit like that.
Yep.
Flagrant. This shit is way out of pocket. You have a regular foul.
Yeah.
You have a flagrant foul where it was very intentional. It was intentional. These people are intentional. Intentional. These people are intentional about coming up against it. How about Shemi Hawashai in his way? They're intentional about coming up against righteousness. You see? These people are flagrant with the evil that they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not no low-level bullshit like, oh, you guys are reading too much into it. No. great evil is being forwarded in this society.
Right.
And people are okay with it. So you know what? They're accomplices to the evil. They're complicit with it. They're not just regular people. They're okay with this bullshit. So the Lord's gonna judge their asses too.
Yep.
You got it, bro.
Verse 21, I am going down to see if their actions are as wicked as I have heard. If not, I want to know. So,
You got it.
and I was going to say, and that's why when you read in that next chapter, Genesis 19, the angels found who? Lot in the gates. You know what I'm saying? What does the scripture say? They hated him that rebuketh in the gate. Lot was going the fuck out. Lot was cussing them niggas out, man. You see? That's like we read in Peter. Lot was vexed. He was tired of, bro, he was saying, bro, I'm going to read that again. It said, I'm going down to see if their actions are as wicked as I have heard. So Lot was praying every day. I'm tired of these hoe ass niggas, man.
Yeah.
Man, Lord, come kill these hoe ass niggas, man. The same thing we do every day. So that's why the Lord put that hoe ass nigga at your job to fuck with you, bro. Or that hoe ass woman that's your fucking manager over you, man. You see?
Oh
to
my
get you
God.
to hate this fucking place, man. You know?
And they in fact were as wicked as he heard. Remember when the two angels came to tell Lot, hey, it's time to get ready to go, bro.
Yeah.
We about to get busy on this motherfucker. And the people were so damn wicked that they tried to ready to break and enter into this man's house and force themselves upon two other men.
Right.
Angels.
And Lot was like, bro, if you're gonna result to this, at least deal with the women.
Right.
Yeah.
I got two daughters right here. At least deal with them. Like,
Right.
At least do something. Come on, man. I'd rather you do this evil than that. Like, God damn. Like,
Right.
my guest?
Right.
Come on, man. But that's the spirit these people are in.
Right.
That's the spirit that these people are in, man.
Man.
This is we in fucking.
That's why he probably yelling outside his house just like
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
That's the spirit they was in. Banging on the door. They said, who is this motherfucker? You ain't even from here, Lot. If
Right.
you don't shut the fuck up, we're gonna deal with you the same way.
Right.
We're gonna rape all y'all.
Yeah.
Basically, that's what I'm gonna say how it is.
Yeah.
That's the timing these niggas was on. These people in that spirit, man.
Right.
And once the lights go off, once the lawlessness ensues, to where people can't just pick up the phone and call for help, watch how these people show their horns, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You think we just talking? All right.
Yeah. And so, how can you not hate stuff like that? Right? Ain't nothing but wickedness at the forefront of this place, man. You could pop another man's woman, right? You could, what was it, incest, stuff like that, bestiality, just a whole bunch of bullshit, man. So it only makes sense for the righteous to be upset, because in order for you to like this place, you got to be wicked. You have to be wicked to love being here, right? Because it just to a person that's righteous, it just doesn't make fucking sense.
Right.
Right? You surrounded by all this bullshit and people loving it. It's like, damn, all right, so we know Lord ain't gonna save y'all asses. Why would he?
To be okay with this society, you have to love death. You made a covenant here. Everything that's forwarded here in this society, the mindset, the standard of the people, it leads to destruction and death. So like the brother's going into, these people, again, they're accomplices to the evil because they're not standing up against it. That's why the question is posed in the scriptures. Who will stand for me against the evildoer? Because a lot of people, they're not willing to take that stand.
Right.
The majority of people, they're going along to get along.
They
all
with
right?
it.
And if you see somebody getting murdered and you act like you didn't see it, and you don't say nothing when it's going down, nigga, you're an accomplice.
Right. Got
There's
some.
a law on that, I think, right?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, hell yeah.
If
If I'm not mistaken, yeah. I got
I'm
something.
gonna find you got it, bro.
Come. Ecclesiastes 8 and 8, Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. It says in the NLT, when a crime is not punished quickly, people feel it is safe to do wrong. And that's exactly what you have right now, man. You see? Because ultimately, you know what I'm saying? Esau doesn't forward the laws of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, like the brother had mentioned earlier. Here it is, adultery runs rampant over here in America, man. You see? And that's same, not only America, but throughout the planet Earth, man. You see why? Because Esau's hand, and he has Job 9 and 24, the earth was given into the hands of the wicked. So these, you have certain countries that, they still keep the, you know what I'm saying, they'll stone a person, man. You see, but the mass majority of over here in America, man, they get away with it, man. You see, so niggas feel it's cool. Niggas, you know what I'm saying, ain't no Esau not stopping them. You see, and Esau's ultimately got him in the spirit, the same spirit as him, because ultimately he a beast. That's a beast mindset to fulfill everything that you feel in your flesh, man. You see? Esau got these people on the same shit, man. You know?
Okay, I got some. Well,
I found it, but it's all good.
you
You
don't
got
want
the parable of the Good Samaritan. Proverbs 24 and 11 talks about helping somebody that was left for dead. You know what I mean? So somebody who is in the right spirits, you're going to be concerned with the forwarding of life. These people aren't. I mean, a couple years ago, you had a big outcry because a bill was passed to where baby deletions was taken away in a bunch of states. You remember that, Benaiah?
Mm-hmm.
So, what are these people advocating for? Are they advocating for righteousness, or are they advocating for evil? It's clear to see, man. So a great judgment is coming upon them.
Bro, that's the point I wanted to make. Bro, I did a listen on it. Bro, some nigga on TikTok who try to go into the scriptures, man, talking about a righteous threesome.
That's crazy word, bro.
Right, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Nigga tried to go in the scriptures and say, he tried to go in Leviticus and say, just because it doesn't say, just when it talks about man shall not lay with man should not lay down with another man as with womankind. You know what I'm saying? It's an abomination. He said, God didn't say it was a sin for a woman to lay. He said it was a sin for a man.
So you trying to say you can have two women?
Yeah.
They're not supposed to be looking on each other's nakedness.
Right.
For those who didn't know.
You know. So he tried to go into marriage and bro, it was all off, bro. Nigga was dead ass wrong, bro. But you got people that's gonna hear that and think that shit right. You know.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I got some.
That's nasty.
Right.
This is Sirach chapter 32.
You mixing they balance.
pH
bro.
Yes.
Bro, the niggas. That's what the
niggas.
niggas.
Up their pH balances. You're doing that. You supposed to wash yourself.
Right.
Really, maybe wait till the next day. I would advise.
Right.
Yeah, man. Goddamn.
Bro, a nigga said as long. He said that's a sin. He said so. He said so. If saying a woman and a woman can't lay down together, if you say that's a sin that you're added unto the scriptures. But he said, you know what is a sin? If a woman wears a man's clothing.
That shit is crazy.
So he said they can, as long as they ain't stuttered out, they good. Like, bro, that's Jake, man. Jake don't understand that they playing with fire, bro. Yeah. The Lord don't play about His word, man. And a lot of
he was saying he was basically saying a woman can't wear pants.
Basically, yeah, but he pulled that scripture out. You know what I'm saying? It's saying a woman can't wear that the pretending to a man.
Oh man,
crazy
Jake.
word.
You see it. You know when somebody say some bullshit so outrageous that you just like you kind of get at a loss for words, like
right.
What? I'm not even gonna dignify that with a response. That's somebody who's making an excuse according to his own will.
Right. Yeah. Straight up. Yep.
He's trying to fulfill the desires of his flesh. He couldn't do that in the world, so he's trying to do it. He's I'm using scriptures to get my threesome.
Right.
It's like, nigga, you're tripping. The Lord gonna judge your ass. Go ahead, bro.
God. Sirach chapter 32 verse 17. It says, a sinful man will not be reproved, but findeth an excuse according to his will.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, you're good.
That's the spirit.
Yeah. As the brother said, man, like ultimately just making an excuse to fulfill the lust of the flesh, ultimately, man. And that's what it said, a sinful man, right? Meaning a wicked person, not a righteous person doing that, a wicked person.
Like, it's not unlawful for you to have more than one woman.
Yeah.
But you got a lot of brothers, they come into the truth, they fresh out of the world,
yeah,
and that's all they locked in on. They ain't locked in the prophecy or nothing. They just like, well, the Lord said I can have more than one woman, and that's they make the whole truth about that.
Right.
They don't know what they're a part of. You know what I mean? So it's just like, there's a lot of, we say this all the time, there's a lot of people who know that they're Israelites, but there's not a lot of people that's being one. There's not a lot of people being a prince of the power, upholding the standard, walking in the way that the Lord commissioned us to walk. There's a lot of people that know they're one by blood, but they're not upholding the standard we were commissioned to have. Okay? Just because you know you're Israelite don't mean you're going to be protected in the days to come. El Yashwamba said this a few years ago. A lot of people that just know they're Israelites, they've been set up to be shields for the elect.
Right.
Meat bags, meat shields.
Because ultimately at the end of the day, they don't have the true testimony, man. They don't have the testimony of Yahushua, man. That's the only thing. The testimony of Yahushua is the only thing that's gonna come with protection, man. Anything outside of that, you through, man. You see, a lot of these Israelite camps are gonna find that out, man. And like the brother was going into earlier, man. Sometimes the witness have to, you know what I'm saying? In order for a witness to testify, shit. Sometimes they might have to give up their life. You know what I'm saying? To testify, man. You see, that's all a part of the program. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? We under a spiritual witness protection program, man. You see? Because Esau can't. Cause man, you think, man, we cussing this nigga out in his own fucking kingdom, bro. Telling him he about to go into captivity. Telling him his kingdom is about to be destroyed. So-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans about to reign. Bro, if this was a man, this nigga would have been rolled on us, bro.
Oh yeah.
You know, he would have been shut it down, just like all those the Black Panther Party, the Brown Berets, all these particular, you know, movements that our people try to come together with or build. It always get destroyed. But you know what ain't getting destroyed? All right, the true prophets, man. All right, the house of David. You know.
And just to give an example to back the brother up, in Florida, the governor, all right, they've been sending police officers out to address people on things they've been saying about the small hats online.
Yeah.
I think I seen that on your page.
Yeah.
The water, brother. It's on the brother's page. What's the governor's name in Florida?
I gotta look it up too, bro.
They've been sending police officers to go to ask you said this about the small hats, but he's not gonna come up to us on that timing.
Right.
Because they're very careful about how they deal with us because they know what the prophecy say too. They know once they start to be on that timing with us, a standard is going to be lifted up. But it's getting to a point to where they just going to have to come. It's getting to a point to where they're going to be like, man, we got to deal with it now. We got to rip the Band-Aid off. That's what the scriptures talk about them coming in like a madman sparing none. Yeah. So, if Yahushua wasn't a part of this wouldn't have been going on for so long. Can somebody look up how long the Black Panther movement lasted? Okay. Before it fizzled out. Okay? If Yahushua is not the main ingredient of what you're a part of, it's not going to last.
I got a precept too, bro.
Go ahead, bro.
It's Revelation chapter 11. I'm going to start at verse 3. It says, "And I will give power unto my two witnesses, and they shall prophesy 1,260 days, clothed in sackcloth. These are the two olive trees and the two candlesticks standing before the Most High of the earth, the God of the earth, man. We know that that's the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom, man. You see, ultimately the elect, all right, of the northern kingdom and southern kingdom, all right, because they're the ones who are going to have a testimony. But verse 5, just to back the point up, it says, "And if any man will hurt them, fire proceedeth out of their mouth and devoured their enemies. And if any man will hurt them," it says, "he must in this manner be killed." Showing you when Esau tried, it's gonna get to a point to where Esau, he ain't gonna be able to do nothing else but come with the sword, man. All right. Right now we see him. He's trying to silence the witness, but he can't. Why? Because the witnesses are under upon the spiritual heavenly witness protection program, man. You see? So he's not. That's why the nigga can't roll up on us and do what he want. Why? Because the witness has to give their testimony, man. You see, and the witnesses are going to be protected, and the Lord is going to allow this testimony to go out. And like I said, and it's going to get to a point to Esau going to be full, because this testimony exposed this nigga, man. No other testimony has the power of the testimony of Yahushua, man. Yeah. You see, because when you even go into that word testimony, one of the definitions for it is evidence, man, or proof. You see, and what ultimately is testimony. It says prophecy too. So this prophecy exposed this nigga, bro. It's gonna get, nigga can't hide. You got Dabu 7, all these truthers. They have particular fragments of truth, but they don't have enough evidence to put the picture together, man. Yeah. You see? But the prophets do, and it's gonna get to the point to where this nigga gonna say he gonna be fully exposed, and nigga can't do nothing but draw down. You know?
When you watch them detective shows, and the criminal in the room with him, and he show everybody that, hey, this the nigga right here. What that nigga do? He crash out. Right. He crash out every time. He's so about to crash out.
Right.
When it get to the point where I can't even uphold the lies no more. This nigga done put everything back. They
right.
Crash out. That's the second is the 16th chapter.
Right. Straight up. Yep.
They're about to crash out. And they're very careful about how they engage. They'll engage with IUIC, ICBK. They'll engage with them to a point. But they're not gonna come up here with them and put us on a major platform where everybody can hear what we got to say.
Right.
Hell no.
No, right. Yeah.
They're not gonna allow one of the brothers of Great Millstone to really say what the Lord has for us. Hell no.
Right.
That would be very counterproductive to what they're trying to accomplish. Okay.
Man.
Because look, think if one of the brothers got up and was on a platform and really went into prophecy and said, this is what the Lord said he's going to do, okay? And there's only one group of people who fit these checkpoints.
Right. It exposes
It's him.
Right. It exposes because prophecy exposes this nigga.
Yeah.
We have the testimony. We have all the evidence. Prophecy exposes this nigga to where he can't hide. That's why the Lord said, I'm gonna make Esau bare, man.
Yeah.
He gonna discover those secret places. He shall not be able to hide himself, man. The nigga
bro.
cannot hide, bro. He cannot hide from prophecy. That's why prophecy kills all this shit that niggas are talking about, bro.
That's why when people come up, we say what? Go first in the prophecy when you deal with a
Right, straight up, yeah, exactly,
because
bro.
the bar gets too hot for somebody who's not serious about the scriptures.
Appreciate you, bro.
All right.
Appreciate it.
So when you go into prophecy with these wicked niggas, especially we're talking about the elites, it wipes the eyes of the enchantments that they've casted on the people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is a beautiful thing, man. Which is why, again, it's going. What you about to say?
The evidence, bro, because bro, if you look at brothers lives, especially when the brothers at camp,
Yeah.
just like you and the El Yashawamba camp, for example, bro, Great Millstone's the only one who's bringing out this shit that they doing with the WEF,
Yes.
the Davos, the AI infrastructure, and why that comes with the evidence through the prophecies, man. No other Israelite group is talking about that. Why? Because they don't have the testimony, man. You see?
You look at like Dabu 7, Call for an Uprising, all these different, they'll bring out particular points that you'll be like, damn, that's true.
But they
can't piece the prophecy
Right.
together to what's getting ready to play out.
Right.
And they damn sure can't tell the people how to escape what's about to play out.
Right.
We got the answers in every facet. There's nobody, that's why they hate it when we say we got the 100% truth.
Right.
Yeah, the Lord has given us everything to navigate the time that's coming. And if you don't believe that, it's because you don't have faith. In Revelation the 14th chapter, it says that there will be men that have no guile in their mouth, being no deceit in their speech. He gave them the full understanding across the finish line. We serious, we passionate about it, man. We're not here doing this for show, for clicks, for the money, hoes, and clothes.
Right.
Hey, it's people that's really in this thing because they found a niche for themselves to do what they couldn't do in the world. Fuck this world. We want dominion over the earth and everything in it. And we're willing to go through the fire to get it. Those brothers in the Maccabees that took those deaths, so we're going to get it before we close out camp. Those brothers that took those are men who fit the room with the mentality they had.
Yeah, right.
The average person, man, the average Israelite is not a person that's fit to have dominion over the earth. Hell no. Okay? But the men that are of the elect, the men that are doing what the Lord told them to do, no gimmicks, those are the men who are truly auditioning for kingship. You see? You got the evidence, or you say what you had to say first?
Nah, it's all good.
An
right?
inquisition of the
Yeah,
wicked.
I'll let you rock out. This is 2 Ezra chapter 6 and verse 19. It says, and will be to make inquisition of them.
Start at
18, right? It says, and it said, behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh and visit them that dwell upon the earth.
All right, and part of the Lord visiting the earth as he gets closer to that time coming, he's also going to be pouring his spirit out upon the people.
Right.
People going to be dreaming dreams. The prophets going to be prophesying. It's going to be a lot of people, and it's going to talk about the inquisition being made of the wicked. That's not just us. We're at the forefront of the inquisition. But you got people like Dabu 7. You got people like Call for an Uprising.
Right.
You got people like name some other people.
Full spectrum.
Right.
Full spectrum.
What is Forerunner Chronicles?
Yeah.
Yeah, niggas like that,
Yeah,
man.
you got niggas like
What
that
that,
who's
Middle
gonna
East
bring
or
out
Middle
particular points,
Nation?
and we're gonna say, oh, thank you for that. Here's how it goes through the scriptures.
Right. Right, because they ain't got it.
Yeah, they ain't got it. I like this part. You don't know what you're talking about over here, but I'm gonna use this to justify what the scriptures say.
Yep.
So they're like little helpers. They're like
Right.
Oompa Loompas for the prophets.
Right.
They're out there.
Yeah, because they
no disrespect, because the Oompa Loompas is based off of what's the
Tribes.
what's the country under Mexico? Is it El Salvador?
I have no idea, bro. Not off top.
Is it geography? We gotta get our geography up.
What the hell, Jay?
That
True.
was based off of that tribe, man. You know, I think it's Salvador. Am I tripping? One of y'all know, man. Put it on
Yeah.
the boy. Help us out. Damn. All right. But yeah, they're like Oompa Loompas for the prophets. They bring out particular points and we filter it through the Word of God. They can't filter the information that they gather through the Spirit because it wasn't given to them to fully understand the Scriptures. Elder Yatazak says it all the time. The Bible is for the prophets. Everybody else just has one. You see? You can fit it. You see it?
Sure,
Brothers
right.
on their map apps. Give me let me see this.
Jay, I'm
Shit, I gotta-
right down.
God damn, man. Under Mexico. Is it Guatemala?
Shit, it might be, bro. I got a precept, bro.
Yeah, Guatemala look like. I know it's the country under Mexico. Guatemala.
Jay.
I'll say El Salvador. All right.
Guatemala.
So on that. I got to get my geography up. All right.
I got a precept.
Yeah, I got the
You
second
know,
Edges.
Okay, yeah. Okay, here, bro.
Brother got his.
God, back in second Edges chapter 6, and now we're at verse 19. It says, and will begin to make inquisition of them that what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness, and when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled.
Yes. So they have hurt unrighteously. They dealt unjustly. Like it talks about in Sirach 10 and 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. So they damn sure ain't gonna put us up on a major platform where everybody can hear what we got to say.
Yep.
Because if you scrutinize what we have to say, you're gonna come to the conclusion eventually, damn, they're telling the truth. When you scrutinize this devil's lies, you put it under a light and you cross-reference.
Right.
They don't add up, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
This nigga's the biggest criminal on the planet fucking earth, man.
Yeah.
You see? And we have the evidence through the testimony to show to prove his identity. Because right, Esau, during the Renaissance, he painted the likeness of the image. He was able, over time, Esau was able to hide himself, man.
Yep.
You see? But this, like you said, the prophecy helps us what? Draw the line from this stream to that. Okay, it makes you connect the dots, man. You see, like you said, particular so-called truthers, they may bring out particular points of what this devil is doing, but they can't identify who the wicked is, bro. They can't put their finger on it. So they don't. Why? Because it ultimately wasn't given unto them to bring out this testimony, man. You see? But I got that word inquisition. Want me to grab it for you?
This is the gift. This is the gift he read from.
Oh yeah, you talking about you talking about from old boy from Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Charlie, yeah, that nigga Charlie.
We look crazy to people.
Right,
We look crazy to people, but we tell the truth.
right.
You got it, bro.
All right, so this is the Google definition of the word inquisition.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. This brother be knowing.
It says a period of prolonged and intense questioning or investigation.
Intense questioning and investigation. We always bring up the fact, even if you're day one in the truth, you'll bring up questions like, well, damn, if the Jews were white, how was Moses able to pass as an Egyptian? Just low-level shit like that, you can just bring up against them. And then when you go into, you really scrutinize it, you get in the prophecy. In Micah, the 4th chapter, it says the nation of Israel wouldn't return to the Holy Land until the Lord put them back. And that when they go back, that they will be immortal. And that when they go back, all the nations will flock unto them for government.
Yeah.
That there wouldn't be any wars anymore. So then when you put prophecy up, you say, hey, if you believe in the scriptures, you got to go by what the prophecy says. Do these people fit it? No. But the Israelites would be cast out of their land. They would go into slavery on ships. They would fit these curses. Who fits these? Who fits this criteria? Because the curses wouldn't be lifted until the establishment of the kingdom of heaven, to show in Revelation 22 and 3. And then there should be no more curse. So when you start to filter things through prophecy, it's clear to see who's lying. It's clear. You got it, bro. But now I see you had something, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump to another definition of it, bro. This is inquisition in the Cambridge Dictionary. It says, damn, now fucking phone on a trip. It says a period of asking questions in a detailed and unfriendly way.
And we're very unfriendly. We're not here to make friends. We're here to tell you the truth in hopes that it might save people's lives. If somebody's standing on the train tracks and they don't see the train coming, are you gonna say, "Hey, friend, I think you should maybe move"?
Right.
You're gonna say, "Hey, motherfucker, get out the way!
Right.
What the fuck are you doing? Move!" You gonna speak the louder.
Right.
You're gonna speak with urgency, man.
Yep.
You want to say something?
Nah, that was it on that. That was it on the definition.
Nah, I didn't.
Okay.
They said nah. They said nah, I didn't.
You know, my bad, man. All right.
God. Oh, well, actually, nah, it just came back to me. I was gonna say something earlier, but it really shows how, this is, of how Bashion Shah, the fact that, we even out here to be able to do all this, to go into, pretty much who Esau is, right? Ultimately, just, explaining prophecy, man, going into prophecy, and then let alone being able to use YouTube, aka the unicorn, to spread it, right? Because like you was making mention earlier about the Black Wall Street thing, right? When I looked it up, it said it only lasted about 16 years.
Black Panthers.
My bad.
Panthers.
I said Black Wall Street. Black Panthers. Yeah, the Black Panthers, they only lasted about 16 years, bro. That's short as hell. Right?
That's shorter than some of the elders in our camp been in the truth.
Man.
Exactly.
So, if your house is not the ingredient in which your foundation has been laid, it's not going to last. You know?
Yep.
I'm trying to get that in Matthew, actually.
I got something.
You got it.
I do want to get a couple of the brothers' responses before we close.
Okay, kind of, gotcha. This is Mark,
Yeah.
Mark chapter 4 and verse 11. It says, "And he said unto them, unto you it is given to know the mystery of the kingdom of God, but unto them that are without, all things are done in parables." You see? So it's only given unto the elect, all right, unto the prophets, to truly go into the scriptures and identify who's who and to break down, the mysteries, man. But these are mysteries, man. You see? Going back into the truth, they bring out different parts, but they still can't break. They still can't put the puzzle together, man. You know?
Because Dabu 7, he'll say some shit, then he'll go into the scriptures and fuck it all up.
Right, niggas start talking about fallen angels, and this nigga just go left.
About the Nephilim and the lizard
Right,
people. He's like,
giants and reptiles and nigga.
Cut this shit off.
All right, you good now.
Yeah, he can't.
Right.
He don't got the full understanding, man. He's here just to bring out little details and nuggets that we can use to edify.
Right.
Call this devil out. But when it comes to prophecy, that's not his office. You understand? You got it, bro. That was it on that?
It's I'm gonna get that word mystery.
Yeah.
It's Strong's G 3466 Mysterion. It says hidden things, secrets. It says general mysteries, religious secrets, confided only to the initiated and not ordinary mortals.
Provided only to the initiated and not ordinary mortals. Somebody that's get initiated. What is an initiation? Let's get what an initiation is.
This is from the New Oxford American Dictionary. A small group of people who share obscure knowledge.
Obscure knowledge. This obscure knowledge for most people, how life and death works. They don't know how life and death works. It's obscure knowledge to a lot of people. What
Right.
the mark of the beast is in Revelation 13 and 16. To us, it's plain.
Right.
There's many things that are obscure to people. So obscure that when we tell them plainly, it seems far out. It's obscure to people what the chariots are. It's so obscure that when we tell people, they say, "Oh, you need a foil hat."
Tinfoil.
Right.
Conspiracy theory.
Right. Just
Like
hey, I'll take it here. Even on the left-hand side, there's particular things that the wicked do that are so far out to people. We'll tell them, they do this, right? They'll be like, "No way." That's what. But so on both extremes,
Man.
right? Us on the right-hand side, them on the left-hand side. The things that we're into and that we know are so far out to people that the people in the middle, they're like, "Well, I don't know what the fuck are these people talking about." They really can't grasp either side.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more on this definition, bro. It says a hidden or secret thing not obvious to the understanding. A hidden purpose or counsel, secret will, it says of God, the secret counsels which govern God in dealing with the righteous, which are hidden from ungodly and wicked men, but plain to the godly.
So the initiation for us happens in the spirit. When somebody cleaves unto the word, they truly believe, the Lord does what? The scriptures say he opens their understanding. What we have, what we've been endowed with, somebody can't just wake up and say, I'm going to go know what they know.
Right.
It doesn't matter how smart what your IQ, your intelligence quotient is, which is bullshit. You can't grasp what the prophets have been given unless the Lord is with you. Yes, Yahweh Shah has opened your door.
Right. That's why the identity of Esau, it ain't plain to people. It's not like that definition said, man. It says the secret counsels which God, was it? Oh yeah, it says a hidden or secret thing not obvious to the understanding. It says the secret counsels which governs God in dealing with the righteous, which are hidden from the ungodly and wicked man, but plain to the godly. You see, so certain things, like what we saying, that's plain to the believers who believe, man.
Brother.
Right, you know. But to somebody walking by, you know what I'm saying, especially if the Lord didn't spark them to come and then and actually receive His word, it's gonna sound like we crazy, like you said, bro.
America's gonna be burned with fire. They're like, what are they talking about?
Right.
That sounds crazy. But we know damn that's what the scriptures say. That the daughter of Babylon is gonna be burned via fire, pretending the ICBM missiles. We know that everybody's gonna be confronted to receive a mark within their right hand or their forehead to function within society. That's written in the scriptures. It's a physical mark. It ain't embargo or no other bullshit that you heard.
Right.
We know this. That's common sense to us. We know that there's going to be a particular family on the earth in the kingdom of heaven, which is going to be established on earth, that's going to be immortal.
Right. And you think Esau want our people to know this, bro?
No.
No. That's why the witness is. That's why the witness is to have this testimony is to put yourself in a line of fire, man. You see, because real soon, like the elder Mike Allah said, it's not gonna be cute to be an Israelite, bro. You know what I'm saying? The witness you put yourself on the line. Now you in danger of death. But this is treason. What we saying, man?
Yeah.
You know,
we're gonna be brought up on charges of treason. Run back what I just said. They gonna
run your video. Look, ain't this you?
You just said
Right.
America's gonna be burned with fire. Are you working for? Are you? You must be one of those secret agents from Russia. They'll make up a fake profile.
Right.
They say you came over from Russia. You be like, I never been to Russia.
Nigga got AI. Nigga can make a video of you doing some shit or like, bro.
He practiced the accent and everything.
Right.
They get him ready to lie on some whole shit you never seen before. You ain't never seen a nigga lie. He's about to lie, bro.
Right.
He about to
Yeah.
Yep. Bro, he about to lie so crazy. It's gonna be to the point where the people confront you about it, you just gonna be like, thou sayest.
Right. You can't.
That's how they lied on Yahweh Shai, bro. They lied on that man to the point where he was like, fuck it, bro. If you believe what they got, fuck it. If you believe that shit, go ahead. Thou sayest. I'm trying to make it real to you.
Right.
They about to lie to that level to where you like, bro, it ain't even nothing I can tell. If he believe it, there's no convincing I can do to it. Nigga.
Bro, nigga can make a nigga have some AI, make a you know what I'm saying, a fake phone call, or you talking to somebody about some terrorist shit. You know what I'm saying? All kind of, ain't this is you. Let's play the audio back. Damn, your family, that is you.
See, we don't even need a
right.
trial.
Right.
We don't even need even need a trial for these guys.
Right.
It's clear. We have the video run the tape.
Right. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Take your ass off. You know that's the time he's gonna be on, bro.
Man,
but
bro.
The Lord gonna deliver us out of all that. And through the Lord delivering us, the believers, people gonna realize, damn, the Lord with them.
Right.
So am I gonna believe this cracker? Or am I gonna believe, the man that the Lord set up?
Yep.
It's about to get there. That's last week at the elders camp. We kept bringing out particular things and repeating ourselves. The Elder Yashwan was like, and Elder Arella said, hey man, we're at the end of the movie. Things are gonna get reiterated. You're gonna be repeating yourself, and we're kind of getting to the point where it's like we just gonna see. You pick your side, let's see where it gets you.
Right.
We're gonna see, man. We didn't get the Maccabees, huh? What time is it? You got time for work?
It's 8:41.
Let's just get I think the fourth brother. Let me see. That last brother went hard. The youngest brother,
Yeah.
Pick the brother you want, man.
Nah, what you want, bro? What you want?
Nah,
Yeah, put it on me, yeah.
Get the fourth brother and get the last brother.
All right. Let me see.
Let me see if I can find the fourth brother. What verse to start at?
It should be like what?
Soldiers
10,
10.
11?
No, 13.
Yeah, I know it's right.
The torch of the fourth one in the same.
Because they all were, brought and confronted with the choice. Hey, are you gonna stand on what you have faith in, or are you gonna depart from the way
That's
the
our
Father
5th and 15. I like
have?
that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Are you gonna depart from that standard to save your own skin? Are you gonna cleave to life, or are you gonna stand for righteousness unto death? And they stood to righteousness unto death, man. So they're gonna receive a crown of life for that example. Because we've been given that example in this time as a reference on how to move. You got it, bro.
You want the KJV or GNT?
GNT.
All right,
Sir.
I'm gonna jump up. I'm gonna start at the top real quick.
Okay, come on.
The second Maccabees chapter 7 and verse 1 in the GNT.
Move my camera closer so I can catch it.
Come on. It says, on another occasion, a Jewish mother and her 7 sons were arrested. The king was having them beaten to force them to eat pork. Then one of the young, right?
It was
like,
eating the pork was a symbol to show that they were
Down. Yep.
Yeah. It wasn't necessarily just the pork, just for the sake of pork. It was a symbolic saying of, I'm cleaving unto your way. Just how this mark of the beast
just
is
about to
going
go
to be a testament to the fact that, hey, no, I'm under your umbrella. I'm not under the Lord's umbrella. I'm cleaving unto you're my God.
Right.
That was a way for them to assert dominance over the Israelites, man. Using that pork back then, but now they got a different technology. Like what Harari said.
Right.
He said the tyrants of old didn't have the technology we have today. So
Yep.
do that pork that way as we read this.
Yep. Hey, I'm gonna get a precept real quick, bro.
Go ahead.
Revelations 2 and 10. Fear none of these things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried. And ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. Just bragging a brother point up, man. We're reading about an account, you know what I'm saying, that these men and their mother had to face during the time of Antiochus Epiphanes, man, and how a decree went out that they could no longer keep the laws of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and they had to to show that their loyalty to this new way, they had to eat pork.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Even it was illegal for a man to even profess himself to be a Jew.
Right. Yep. To keep the Sabbath, bro. They were going hard, bro. They was killing our people, bro.
Yeah.
They was going, bro. Them niggas, Esau was going hard, bro.
The elect during that time was the Maccabees. They
Right.
weren't going for it. They was like, we'll rather. He told them in First Maccabees, the 2nd chapter, hey, be willing to die for the covenant of your fathers. And they stood on business.
Bro.
That's really standing on business. Jake be talking about standing on business and stepping.
Right.
Nigga, you ain't stepping.
Man, listen, bro, what we about to read?
This is
These mans, yeah.
This is standing on business right here. What's the brother that stuck his hands out and said, what's up? The Lord took him from you.
Yeah, I think it's at the top. I think it's towards the top, bro, if I'm not
I
mistaken.
can't remember that was the fourth brother. That's the brother I want.
Okay. Hold on, let me see.
I can't remember which brother that was.
Was it the fourth one? Stuck out his
So
hand.
one brother
No, it was the third one. It was the third. It was the third brother.
Yeah.
Man, we can read. I can read now. I can just go through his.
Yeah,
you know?
come on. Yeah.
All right, this second Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 2nd Maccabees 7 and 1 in the GNT says, on another occasion a Jewish mother and her 7 sons were arrested. The king was having them beaten to force them to eat pork. Then one of the young men said, what do you hope to gain by doing this?
What you hope to gain by cleaving unto the? What you think you gonna get an award for wearing those fringes? They gonna get an award for doing what you. They getting ready to push that shit to you, man, and try to get you to doubt what you're standing for. Go ahead, bro.
Right. This is the brother. This one of the brothers. It says, then one of the young men said, what do you hope to gain by doing this? We would rather die than abandon the traditions of our ancestors. This made the king so furious that he gave order for huge pans and kettles to be heated red hot, and it was done immediately. Then he told his man to cut off his tongue out of the one who had spoken and to scalp him and chop off his hands and feet while his mother and 6 brothers looked on. Verse 5, it says, and after the young man had been reduced to a helpless mass of breathing flesh, the king gave orders for him to be carried over and thrown into one of the pans. As a cloud of smoke steamed up from the pan, the brothers and their mother encouraged one another to die bravely, saying, the Lord God is looking on and understanding our suffering. Moses made this clear when he wrote a song condemning those who had abandoned the Lord.
Now, what kind of spirit, what level of faith you got to have access to,
bro,
to move that way in the midst of that kind of test, in the midst of seeing the people that the people you love reduced to a pile of flesh? You know, they beat him to the point that they Emmett Tilled the man,
right,
to where you couldn't recognize him. Cut his tongue out.
Can't speak.
He couldn't even call for help. But no, the spirit that was on the whole family was to stand on business, regardless of what somebody could do to your flesh. Because this is a temporary body. This is a temporary suit for your spirit anyway. We got a body in heavens that can't be tamed.
Yeah. Shit, it made me think about. I mean, I'm pretty sure y'all heard of this meme. I forgot what the fuck the gym was called. But yeah, it was like a meme going around at some time. At some
Diamond
point.
Gym?
Yeah, the Diamond Gym. When that dude was like, "Bitch,
I'd rather die."
That's literally that's literally the spirit they was in. Bitch, I'd rather die.
Yeah.
Like the straight, nothing but straight business.
Yeah. Straight business. They got all the bodybuilders. They go to that gym and they be like, "Damn, I ain't never worked out this hard."
Yeah.
They all go to that gym. They be like, "Oh, it's not. They're not doing that for the internet. That's they really."
Shit.
Dudes that been lifting their whole life go there, they be like, oh shit.
Yeah,
they square business. The men of the Lord are square business, man. We're not bullshitting out here. We make jokes and we like to have fun with our job. But at the end of the day, we're willing to give it all up. We really believe that the Lord has something greater for us, man. Not a lot of people believe that. We stay steady the whole way through. But I had my son listen. Me and my son, we listened to this on the way here. We listened to this in the car on the way here, man. I said, son, this is serious business. This is serious business. But you got the opportunity as a young man to be a part of a spiritual fight that's gonna lead to dominion over the earth. Your friends ain't on this timing.
Right.
You don't have any. You don't have a peer right now. Okay. There's other younger brothers in the camp. You know, they're getting introduced to these things. But the Lord allowed you to be introduced to it for a reason. What you gonna do? What you gonna do with this opportunity, man? Nothing holds a candle to what we're a part of. It don't look like it with the eyes on your face. But son, you're a part of the greatest thing ever. This is the most prestigious occupation a man can have. What you gonna do with it? And it might, and to get it, it might come with the cost of separating from this temporary bodysuit that your spirit got.
right. Going back, it says, Moses made this clear when he wrote a song condemning those who had abandoned the Lord. He said, the Lord will have mercy on those who serve him. After the first brother had died in this way, the soldiers started amusing themselves with the second one by tearing the hair and skin from his head.
And you know how Edomites move.
Right.
And they're talking that shit. They probably in there playing horrible music. They version of whatever bullshit music they had back then. You know they vibes is trash. Okay? Laughing, spitting on the man. They probably was all, they stripped him down naked.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Then they asked him, now will you eat this pork? Or do you want us to chop off your hands and feet one by one? Bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
This devil on timing.
Right.
You know we on timing. What's up? Go ahead.
He replied in his native language, I will never eat it. In the Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
He said, I ain't speaking that bullshit y'all speak.
Right.
I ain't going for that.
Woo, bro. It says, so the soldiers tortured him just as they had the first one, but with his dying breath, he cried out to the king, you butcher, you may kill us, but the king of the universe will raise us from the dead.
They knew that death wasn't final. Some of us may be under the threat of death, but we understand it's not something that's final. Most people, they look at death as something that's final because they don't have the faith that the Lord could raise a man from the dead, that the Lord could give you access to everlasting life. They don't really believe that.
Right.
You got to believe that to have access to that kind of power, though, in our time. You got it, bro.
But the King of the universe will raise us from the dead and give us eternal life because we have obeyed his law. The soldiers began entertaining themselves with the third brother. When he was ordered to stick out his tongue, he quickly did so. Then he
put his tongue out, he put his hands out.
Yeah, it says, then he bravely held out his hands and courageously said, the Most High gave these to me, but his law means more to me than my hands. And I know God will give them back to me again.
The Lord will give them back to me again. There's nothing that this man can take away from us. He about to try to paint this picture like he could take some shit from you. He can't take shit from us.
Man.
It's an illusion. It's a trick. Don't believe these fucking balls on your face, man. You got to see with your spiritual eye. He can't take shit from us. He has no jurisdiction over us at all.
Right.
And you got to know that, man. The Lord is going to do for us. We're going to be good. We're going to be just fine.
Right.
In life or death. And really, again, like we just mentioned, there is no such thing.
Right.
Those that are in that spirit, we're going to be the ones that have access to the power, man. We're going to be the ones that have access to protection in that day. Somebody who's not willing to take it there, they're not going to be protected, bro. Their fears are going to overcome them because they don't have the fear they're supposed to have, which is the fear of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah.
Right. It says, verse 12, the king and those with him were amazed at his courage and at his willing. It says the king and those with him were amazed at his courage and at his willingness to suffer. After he had died, the soldiers tortured the fourth one in the same cruel way. But his final words were, I am glad to die at your hands because we have the assurance that God will raise us from death. But there is no resurrection to life for you, Antiochus.
Those who die stand stiffly for the things that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, they're stamped. They're official. You know how Jake used to pop your collar back in the day?
Man.
You're official.
Bro, and it show you that all of them believed in the resurrection. Bro, all of them believed that the Lord was going to raise them back up, bro.
Which is the key. You got to believe that the Lord can overcome death to have access to life. If you don't believe that, you ain't going to have it. Why aren't the other groups pushing that on a high level, bro?
Right.
You don't hear this. It's not a reoccurring theme unto them. Why? Why do you think that might be? You have to take a guess. Why might that be? We know why.
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 15, when the soldiers took the fifth boy and began torturing him, he looked it says he looked the king squarely in his eyes and said, you have the power to do whatever you want with us, even though you are mortal or also mortal, but do not think that God has abandoned our people. Just wait. God will use his great power to torture you and your descendants.
He looked him in his eye. He said, don't get it twisted, bitch.
Right.
You only doing what the Lord is allowing you to do to us.
Put emphasis.
You ain't gonna win. You
Right.
ain't gonna get what's promised to us.
Right. Bro, he said that with emphasis, bitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look here, bitch.
Whatever the
Right.
lingo was back then, he let him know. Hey,
Looked him straight in his eyes, bro. Yeah. Damn,
you
bro.
a bitch.
Right.
And on top of that, regardless of what you do to me, okay, the Lord still got the promises with us.
Yeah. He basically, he told him, man, said, just wait. God will use his great power to torture you and your descendants. You see? Showing you that the whole nation of Edom is going to pay, bro.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
You look at ICE, even how ICE moved when they went up in Minneapolis and got that Jacob out of his house.
Yeah.
They get that one man, they came 20 deep.
Right.
They all at the door, backing up at the door like,
Right.
they're really bitches. All right? But they got this technology.
Right.
And the Lord gonna put this spirit on them to deal with some of us. Okay, cool. But this man is a coward. He's a low-level beast man. His blessing is the sword.
Right.
But his blessing is a sword to the extent on dealing with men.
Yeah.
Stay with me. The Lord is about to come back, and he's not going to meet them as a man.
Right.
So
Yeah.
his sword is like that when dealing with men, but the Lord ain't about to meet them as a man.
Right.
And even the elect are going to be turned into gods with lowercase g. So they ain't going to be able to deal with them either.
Right.
So we don't got nothing to fear with this dude. He low level.
Yep.
He was propped up just to be the villain to this point in the movie. But its time is coming to an end. You got it, bro.
Verse 18, then the soldiers took the sixth boy. Just before he died, he said, make no mistake, we are suffering what we deserve because we have sinned against our God. That's why all these terrible things are happening to us. But don't think for a minute that you will avoid being punished for fighting against the Most High.
You're not accomplishing any of this because you're so great. It's because the Lord wrote it for it to happen, as a discipline unto us. It's a disciplinary action for our disobedience.
Right.
We know that. Deep down, the elites of your people know that too. All right? But the Lord had them say it out loud so it could be on wax for us to reiterate it to y'all.
Right. Verse 20, the mother was the most amazing one of them all, and she deserved a special place in our memory. Although she saw her 7 sons die in a single day, she endured it with great courage because she trusted in the Lord. She combined womanly emotion with manly courage and spoke words of encouragement to Slakia. And spoke words of encouragement.
And that's the balance of a woman. The Lord gave the woman that extra emotion. All right? He gave it to her, but the way that it's being used here on this side by the woman is off. This is the recipe on how to use it righteously.
Right.
You put that passion and emotion towards the Lord's standard, then it becomes useful. She used the qualities the Lord gave her in a useful way.
Right. It says she combined womanly emotion with manly courage and spoke words of encouragement to each of her sons in their native language. It says, I don't know how life began in my womb, she would say. I was not the one who gave you life and breath and put together each part of your body. It was the Most High who did it. God who created the universe, the human race, and all that exists. He is merciful and he will give you back life and breath again because you love his laws more than you love yourselves.
We love the Lord's standards more than ourselves. Right? When you come into this truth, in order to be in it for the long haul, you got to be willing to be about something bigger than yourself. You see the downfall of a lot of guys recently because they weren't willing to be a part of something bigger than themselves. Don't be that guy, especially this late in the game. We're getting ready to win on a level nobody has ever won.
Right, man. Yep.
And you gotta believe that. Most people hearing this right now, it's kind of going in one ear or out the other. But to the elect, you're pumped up right now. You're fired up. I'm fired up reading that.
Right.
I was fired up before Kent when I listened to the audio. I said, damn, bro, that's the spirit you gotta be in, man.
Right.
That's a man. That's a man.
Right.
Somebody is really willing to stand on business regardless of the consequences. No, this is my standard and that's it. There is no folding and there is no swaying one way or the other. This is what I was commissioned to do and I'm going to do it. Y'all brothers got any closing words, man?
Man, I kind of want to jump. I want to kind of want to keep going, bro.
Keep going.
I'll read quick.
The youngest
Verse 20. Yeah, I want to get to him. Antiochus, verse 24. It says Antiochus was sure that the mother was making fun of him, so he did his best to convince her youngest son to abandon the traditions of his ancestors. He promised not only to make the boy rich and famous, but to place him in a position of authority and give him the title friend of the king.
So many people fall for this. So many people go for that ploy. You look at the entertainment industry, you look at the sports world, okay? And some people in the Israelite world who fall for this tactic. This is the same shit that the devil comes with today to particulars of our people. But this is the proper way to respond to that tactic. Go ahead.
Verse 25, it says but the boy paid no attention to him. So Antiochus tried to persuade the boy's mother to talk to him into saving his life. And after much persuasion, she agreed to do so. Leaning over her son, she fooled the cruel tyrant by saying in her native language, "My son, have pity on me. Remember that I carried you in my womb for 9 months and nursed you for 3 years. I have taken care of you and looked out after all your needs up to this present day. So I urge you, my child, to look at the sky and the earth. Consider everything you see there and realize that realize that God made it all from nothing, just as he made the human race. Don't be afraid of those butchers Give up your life willingly and prove yourself worthy of your brothers, so that so that by God's mercy I may receive you back with them at the resurrection. Verse 30, it says, but before she could finish speaking, the boy said, before she could finish speaking, the boy said, King Antiochus, what are you waiting for?
Mama, I don't even need to hear all that, man. Look,
Right.
What's up?
Right, yeah.
What's up, bro? I'm not going.
Right.
Yeah.
It says, I refuse to obey your orders. I only obey the commands in the law which Moses gave to our ancestors. You have thought up all kinds of cruel things to do to our people, but you won't escape the punishment that God has in store for you. It is true that our living Lord is angry with us and is making us suffer because of our sins in order to correct and discipline us. But this will last only a short while, for we are still his servants and he will forgive us. But you are the cruelest and most disgusting thing that ever lived.
You nasty.
Nigga.
You
Nasty
dirty.
nigga.
Y'all niggas are gross. You niggas are gross. You're a piece of shit. Okay? And you're not going to have resurrection to life. You're not going to be immortals. Your destiny is to be going to slavery and then be, what's the word?
Exterminated.
Exterminated.
Right.
What you're trying to do to the Palestinians, that's going to happen to you.
Right.
How about that?
It says, so don't fool yourselves with illusions of greatness while you punish God's people. There is no way for you to escape punishment at the hands of the Almighty and all-seeing God. My brothers suffered briefly because of our faithfulness to God's covenant, but now they have entered eternal life.
And y'all ass whooping finna be drawn out and long.
Man.
Real long ass whooping. You red lobsters, y'all gonna be in the sun working, crushing all this dirty ass concrete that's fucking my knee up. Y'all gonna be out here working and slaving. That's your destiny. He's letting them know, look, my end is gonna be glory. Your end is gonna be dung and worms.
Right.
You got it.
It says, but you will fall under God's judgment and be punished as you deserve for your arrogance. I now give up my body and my life for the law of our ancestors, just as my brothers did. But I also beg God to show mercy to his people quickly and to torture you until you are forced to acknowledge that he alone is God.
Do up curses on his ass.
Right. May my brothers and I be the last to suffer the anger of the Almighty God, which he has justly brought upon our entire nation. These words of ridicule made Antiochus so furious that he had the boy tortured even more cruelly than his brothers. So the boy died with absolute trust in the Lord, never unfaithful for a minute.
Woo.
Bro.
Speak on it, bro.
It says he would. I'm gonna read that again. It says, and the boy died with absolute trust in the Lord, never unfaithful for a minute. And we got to pray to have that spirit as well, man. Never to be unfaithful for a minute, because we're gonna be faced with the same. We're gonna be faced with the same thing, man. The hour of temptation. You see, that's soon to come, bro. And like the brother said, well, hey man, we got to pray that we stand on business like these men did. You know.
And the Lord, in our case, he gonna lift up a standard in this time, because he gonna outdo the deliverance from Egypt. He gonna outdo any of our deliverances.
Right.
So yeah, this devil, some of us gonna be martyrs, but it's gonna be a lot of brothers too that get the opportunity to get busy on this man.
Right.
Because he in this prideful state where he feel like he could do whatever. Like, they can't fuck with me. That's the spirit he in.
Right.
But the Lord about to show him, I can take these men that are seemingly insignificant and crush your ass. You're nothing to me.
Right.
That's why when you go to 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter, and the Lord returns, all your armies, nigga, and we know you're gonna have new technology, shit that people never seen.
Mm-hmm.
They got technology that if they really revealed what they had today, people would think it was magic.
Yeah.
He finna come back and eviscerate all of y'all in one swoop.
Right.
With all your new shit. You're nothing to the Lord.
Right.
You're nothing.
Right.
We know who we serve. You don't got no power to lean on. And the power that you do got, the Lord gave it to your ass, man.
Right.
So we're not worried about y'all.
That's right.
So the Lord gonna do what he said he gonna do. The same way he's putting your back, the battery in your back to forward this chip, to talk shit to your allies. You seen Trump, how he was talking shit to his allies recently at the World Economic Forum?
Yeah.
We've gotten nothing from NATO. we just been paying your bills because you don't pay your bills.
Yeah, that's fucked up. I was like, damn.
So he put the spirit on that nigga to say that, so the prophecy could come to pass and them burning your ass with fire too.
Right.
The
Yep.
Lord doing everything that he said he was gonna do. He ain't gonna stop right now.
That's right.
So, you brothers got any closing statements? With that being said, man, Abarat Tazah, the lesson was edifying. Want to give all praises once more too.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to all the brothers. And of course, the few out watch pursuing this truth and sincerity. May the blessing of election be upon your houses. Shalom.
Shalom.